Hello all. Once again, welcome to the LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Let's start with the subject Mathematics 2 and same chapter, first order ordinary differential equations. And today's topic is ODE of first order and higher degree. Uh, till now, we have studied about the first degree and first order and first degree. Now, in this lecture, we'll learn about first order and higher degree. Okay, so let's have a look on this topic, and this is the last topic of this chapter. Okay, so ODE of first order and higher degree. In this topic, we will just denote dy by dx by p. That means we will take d whenever we have dy by dx, we will put p, and if we have dx by dy, then we will put 1 by p. Okay, so this notation we will use in this first order and higher degree greater than 1. Okay, so differential equation of first order and higher degree can be written in this form. That means you will get question in the form of x, y and p. P, that means dy by dx. Okay, so this kind of ODE can be solved by three way. We have three different type of example, that equation solvable by for p, equation solvable for y, equation solvable for x. So we have these three different way to solve this first order and higher degree differential equation. Okay, so let's start with the very first topic is equation solvable for p. So let's understand this method by example. So we have this example, you can see here we have x, y and p. This equation is given in the form x, y and p, and here p, we know that what is the value of p? P is our dy by dx. Okay, so p square, that means p square, that means this whole square. So order 1 but degree is greater than 1, that means higher degree. Okay, so this kind of equation, this kind of example we will learn in this lecture. Okay, so here we have this. Now in equation solvable for p, in this method what we will do, we will find the factors, okay, of this equation. So here this is observed that we have this is quadratic equation in P. Okay, this is quadratic equation in P, like this: a x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is quadratic equation in X. Similar way we have this is our a p square plus b p plus c. Okay, so we will find the factors. So here we have to find the value of p in the term of x and y. Okay, this is our task in this method, equation solvable for p method. Okay, so we have the formula. You know what is the formula for this? X is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula for this quadratic equation for x. So similarly we can use p is equal to minus b. Here b is minus of this, so minus minus plus, plus or minus under root b square, that means this whole square, minus 4ac. 4a, that means xy, and c, that means 1. So we have just put here and upon 2a, that means xy. So now by simplifying this, we have this term. How x plus y whole square minus 4xy become this? So we know that x plus y, this term becomes x square plus 2xy plus y square, and we have minus 4xy. So it's become x square minus 2xy plus y square, and we know that this is the formula of x minus y whole square. So instead of this, we can put x plus minus y whole square. Now we know that this is square and root, so we can cancel out. So we have x plus y plus or minus in second bracket x minus y upon 2xy. Now we have two answer, plus and minus. So we can separate. So p is equal to one time plus and this second time is minus. Okay, so we have two solution of p. Okay, if we have this p cube, then we will get three factors or three solution. Okay, so by simplifying this, we can cancel out this y and we have 2x upon 2xy and expand this, so minus x plus y, so x will be cancelled out, so we have 2y upon 2xy. So by simplifying this, we will get p is equal to 1 by y and 1 by x. So first now we have p different p in the form of x and y. So we'll solve this. Now we know what is the value of p, dy by dx. So we'll put dy by dx instead of this p. Okay. Now by variable separable, as I told, we have to use each and every method whenever we required. So we can here separate the variable. So y goes here and dx goes here. So here y dy is equal to dx. Similar way dx here. So this is the variable separable. Now after variable separable, we will just integrate both the side. So integration of y is y squared by 2 and integration of dx will be x. Here y and log x. So this is the final solution. Now we'll take this term on the left hand side. So we have two different solution. This uh, y square by 2 minus x minus c is equal to 0 and y minus log x minus c. So we have two solution, and after getting two or three solution or four solution depend on the power of p. Okay, we will write down the general solution as the product of this all the solution. Product of all the solution is equal to 0. This is the method for equation solvable for p. Okay, so what we have to do, got it? We have to just factorize the given polynomial or equation, and now then after we will just find the factors, and we will get the answer into answer of p or value of p in the term of x and y, and then we will put the value of p dy by dx, and by variable separable and integration we will get the solutions, and then we will write down the general solution by putting or multiply all these factors together. Okay, this is the method. Now same way we have second method is equation solvable for p. Sorry, equation solvable for y. So in this method, what we have to do, we have to find the value of we have to make y subject in the term of y subject in the term of or in the function of x and p. Okay, so let's have a look for the example. So here we have this y, and we'll take my p of x px in the right hand side. So minus px plus x is to 4p square. So we have y is a function of x and p. Here you can see number one. Now what we have to do, so whenever we are solving this by solvable for y, so we have to differentiate this with respect to x. Okay, and equation solvable for x, there at that time we will differentiate with respect to y. Okay, by opposite. So differentiation of y with respect to x is dy by dx. Now we have to use product rule for this. So minus p as it is, differentiation of x is 1. Now product rule we have plus, but because of this minus is as it is, x as it is, and differentiation of p with respect to x is dp by dx, and similar way product rule here. Okay, now we know the value of this dy by dx is p. So by putting the value of dy by dx is p, and by simplifying we will do this step. Now putting the value of dy by dx is p, we have this question, this equation. Now we have to just factorize this, like we can make together. So this and this becomes 2p. If we take all this term on the left hand side, so this become 2p, this minus become plus, this plus become minus, and plus become minus. Now we will factorize or we will simplify, so we can take common from these two term. If we take common 2 from these two term and x cube and p, so we have this, and from this we'll take one common. So we have to take x cube only. Okay, x cube. Okay, so we have x remaining, and here from we can remove from the x. So now we have two factors, this and this, 2p plus x dp by dx, 2p plus x dp by dx 1, and 1 minus 2p x cube. We have this 2p x cube. Now then after just we have to equating the multiplication of these two is equal to 0. That means either this equal to 0 or this equal to 0, but this term we'll just neglect because this does not contain dp by dx. So we'll take the term only, or we will take the factors only which contain dp by dx in this equation soluble for y. Okay, so we have these two, this is 3, and now neglect the factor which does not contain dp by dx. So we will neglect this. Okay, so we are not using this. If we will use this, then we will get the singular solution, and here we need only general solution in our course, that's why. So we will take this equal to 0, and then by variable separable we have this, and by integrating both sides we have the final general solution by simplifying this. Okay, so we have final answer of p in term of c square, c and x. Now we will put this value p in equation number 1, that means in original equation y in the form of x and p. We will put the value of p here, so we will get answer in the term of x, y and c constant. Okay, so substitute this in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is this, so we will put the value of p and we will get the final general solution. Okay, this is the method that you have to remember. Okay, if we have that answer, we have the solution that we get p is equal to c square, or if we cannot get the we cannot make the p subject in the term of c and s, so that become the final solution with given equation. Okay, this kind of example we will take in equation soluble for x. Okay, so we have one example for equation soluble for x. So here you can see this is p square p and this constant. So here you can make x subject or y subject, or you can solve for p also. So after getting all these three methods, that means equation soluble for x, soluble for y and soluble for p, you can use any of this method. Okay, which is suitable for you. So here I'm just making x subject, so I have x is equal to this is our equation number 2. Now I'm just differentiate this with respect to y. Okay, so we have dx by dy is equal to, in differentiation of p is dp by dy, plus we'll use division rule here, and by simplifying this we have this term, by cancel out this we have dp, we can take common from this dp by dy, so 1 minus y by p square, and by simplifying or by taking LCM of this we have p square minus y upon p square goes to right hand side, so it is become 0. So now we have this, and these two factors is equal to 0. As I told, we'll neglect the factor which does not contain dp by dx or dp by dy. Okay, so we'll ignore this, and we have this only dp by dy is equal to 0, and by variable separable, or you can say directly by integrating both sides, we have p is equal to c. Now we will put this in equation number 1, that means this is our equation, and we will put the value of c, and we have the final general solution. Okay, this is our general solution. Similar way, as I told, if we don't get the exact p in the form of x and c or y and c, then what happened? So to understand that, we have this example. So here you can see directly from that this is soluble for x, because here x is a subject in the term of x is a subject, or x is a function in term of y and p. Okay, so we'll differentiate this with respect to y. So we have dx by dy is equal to differentiation of y is 1 and a constant, so differentiation log p is 1 by p and dp by dy. Now we will put the value of dx by dy is 1 by p, because we know that dy by dx is p, so dx by dy is 1 by p. So 1 by p, by taking LCM p, we have 1 is equal to p plus this, and now we'll take this on the left hand side, and by simplifying this we have this by variable separable. Okay, here only one factor we have, so by variable separable and by integrating both sides we have this answer, y is equal to c minus a log 1 minus p. Here you can see that by integrating you are not able to remove p. Here our task is to remove p, but we are not able to remove p. So this is one of the solution, and now we will put y in equation number 1. So equation 1, that means our original question. So y is equal to, that's x is equal to y plus that this question. So we have put this, and now by simplifying this we have this equation number 3. So we have two answer. This x is equal to this in term of p, and y is equal to this in term of P. So we have equation number 2 and equation number 3 together constitute as a general solution. So whenever we are not able to remove this P from the solution, so we will consider this is a solution, as well as we will put the value of y in original question, and this is also the solution. So we have two equations together become our general solution. Okay. Now we have one special type of equation, that is Clairaut equation, and in this we have this direct answer. We have that solution of Clairaut equation is obtained by just replacing P by C. Just we have to replace P uh, with C. Okay, but why we are replacing these two? For that, understand this method and which kind of equation called Clairaut equation. So the equation of the form, this special form. Other than this, if you get any power or anything else, it is not Clairaut form. In Clairaut form, we have just y raised to 1, that means y only, is equal to not minus, on always plus px, that means p raised to 1, x raised to 1, and plus function of p only. Here only function of p or constant will be there, but x and y is not here. Okay, and function of p, that means log p, p square, p cube, anything will be there. But here y raised to 1 is positive, is equal to p raised to 1, x raised to 1 is also positive, and this might be negative. So okay, this equation is called Clairaut equation, and we know that here we can see that this is the function of y is a function of x and p, so it is solvable for y, so we'll differentiate with respect to x. So we have this same process, and by after getting this two factor, as I told, we will not use this, and because this gives us singular solution, so we have dp by dx is equal to 0. So by solving or by integrating this, we know that p is equal to c, and we will put p is equal to c in this, so we have the general solution. Okay, so if we can reduce given equation in this form, or this form is directly given, then this form or this equation is called Clairaut equation, and we will put p is equal to c. Just do that only, we can directly find that solution. Let's understand this with one example. Okay, we have this example. Solve y is equal to px plus p minus p square. Here you can see that this is the Clairaut form. Y is equal to px is simple, and this is a function of p. So this is Clairaut form, and if this is Clairaut form, then we have the solution by putting p is equal to c. This is our general solution. So simple. But if this Clairaut form is given, but if direct question, by observing the direct question, we cannot find that Clairaut form, but by observing that, we can see that y raised to 1 and px is to also 1. So let's try to make the Clairaut form. If it is possible, then we'll put directly p is equal to c. So we'll just simplify. So y into this bracket minus px into this bracket. So taking this on the right hand side, so it will become plus, and now divide with p minus 1, so y is equal to this, and by splitting this divided by this and this divided by this, we have this term. So we can write y is equal to px plus this. So this is exactly as y is equal to px plus function of p. So this is Clairaut form, and in Clairaut form we know that we have to put just only p is equal to c. This is our general solution. Okay, so easy to solve Clairaut form if you can reduce the given equation in this form only. Okay, so similar way we have these examples DIYs that you have to solve by this, out of this four method, that means equation solvable for p, or equation solvable for x, or equation solvable for y, or Clairaut form. And Clairaut form is nothing but it's a part of equation solvable for y. These are the basic DIYs. Let's try to solve. If you have any query, then contact me, or we will solve this in Zoom lecture. Okay, in Zoom live lecture. So thank you for this lecture. We'll see you soon with a new chapter. Thank you very much.